Thank you so much for joining us today. This is the Summer Shorts presented by Accessible Libraries. We're going to talk about creating headings today. My name is Megan Salmer. I am the Web and Usability Assistant at the National Network for Equitable Library Service, NNELS. Oh, I'm just going to enable the live transcripts. Apologies for not doing so before. Joining me today is Rianne Lepere, who is the Braille and Accessibility Testing Coordinator at NNELS, and Kai Lee, who is an Accessibility Analyst at NNELS. Yeah, so let's just dive in. We're going to try and get this done in the next 20 minutes, so it doesn't take up too much of your day. So I would like to begin with a land acknowledgement. Today, our presenters come from across this land, living and working in what we now know as Canada. We respect and affirm the inherent and treaty rights of all Indigenous peoples and will continue to honor the commitments to self-determination and sovereignty that we have made to Indigenous nations and peoples. We respectfully ask for you all to take a moment to acknowledge the lands on which you reside. And now I'm going to hand it over to Rianne to introduce a heading.
Thanks, Megan. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So what is a heading? A heading is a short phrase describing what the succeeding section is all about. So think of it as like the title of that section. And so why are headings important? In the context of accessibility, headings let readers easily navigate and locate the important aspects of a document. So it's like a good way to kind of break things up and make them easy and easy to find and easy to navigate.
Okay.
I think we can move to the next slide, right?
I wasn't sure if you cut out or not. Perfect. Okay. So now let's talk about how to create a heading. So how to create a heading depends on the word processor that you use. So we'll talk about this a little bit more. But first, what we want to say is, like, when working with pre-existing documents, we highly suggest you clear the formatting first. This way you're not building you're not styling upon already existing formatting, which can make things go wonky, and you don't want that. So once you've cleared the formatting, you need to select the text that you would like to reformat into a heading. So you can do this by highlighting or placing your cursor in the text and then selecting the heading level that you would like to apply. So we're going to cover a few different word processors today on how to apply a heading. So the four we have on the slide is, so in Microsoft Word, you apply a heading from the Styles pane, which is located in the Home toolbar. This is different, and in Google Docs, you select the heading level from the Styles drop-down menu in the toolbar. And in iWork Pages, if you have a Mac, you use the paragraph styles, which is in a drop-down menu, but it's on the right side of your word processor. And in LibreOffice, you select the heading level from the paragraph styles drop-down menu in the toolbar at the top of the page. So all a little different, but all kind of have like the word styles in there. So that's what you're doing. When you add headings, you're styling your Word documents. I would like to take the time to note here before we start practicing that headings should always be in hierarchical order. So you should never skip a heading level. So for example, you would never skip from a level 1 heading to a level 2 heading. It would always go level 1, heading level 2, and then heading level 3. We also suggest that between each heading in your document, you add some text. This can be a single sentence if you would like. It just helps with navigation, especially with screen readers, so they know they haven't missed any important information as they skip between headings. Okay, so now we're going to start with a practice session. Rianne, can you share the the document?
Absolutely. And I'll just mention too, like why we use headings within the styles pane instead of using like bold and underline and different font sizes and things like that, is that they don't actually allow for navigation as easily or at all. So it's really important to use the styles instead of marking it up with other kinds of things. All right, so in the chat, I've put a Word document. I just need to close it apparently first. And everyone can open it up if they're able to follow along and give it a try. Also in the chat, or you can unmute and speak if you'd like. If everyone can let us know what word processor you're using today, we can try and go through it, or what word processor you'd like to use today. We have pretty much every option available that we can try to do it in what everyone else is using. So we have Microsoft Word, we have Office 365, Word Online, we have Full Docs, we have LibreOffice, and we have Pages. But that's definitely not limited. And of course, the kinds of things that we're doing here are going to be platform agnostic. So anything that you have there. Thanks, Lindsay. Is anyone else working in a specific platform today? All right, we have 2 people using Word, so maybe we'll go with that. All right, Megan, I'll get you to walk me through the kind of like idea, and I will make those changes and share my screen. We can all do them together.
Muted, apologies. Okay, so the first step to do is to clear the formatting as we suggested.
Okay.
You can do this if you'd like to see the styles, all the styles available, you can open the styles pane. Perfect. Okay, so now we were going to so let's create the headings. So the first, the title, we'll add the title heading or the title style to loan policy. Excellent. Then we're going to add the heading 1 style to the you must have your library card, or the loan periods. Apologies, Rianne.
Oh, that's not heading 1. There we go. Whoa, how come I get on? That's fine. We're good. Keep going.
The heading 1 to the reserve / holds, to the renewals, to the next one that I can't see because of the transcript, the overdue fines. I should have had these all listed. To the lost or damaged books, we'll do a heading 1, and after our returns. Okay, and so we're going to also create some heading level 2s in this document. So we're going to take books and make it a heading level 2. Then add the text beneath it. Perfect.
Oh, I'm going to clear the formatting there because it kept it.
Yeah, you can see how sometimes it goes. And then we'll add the heading level 2 to talking books and videos and DVDs as well, with the 3-week period between them. And there you go. We have the loan period with the books, talking books, video, and DVDs underneath as in the hierarchical order. And this is now an accessible, like the headings can now be navigated with a screen reader, and it's accessible. Excellent.
I'm going to view the navigation pane so that
That's a good call.
it's a little bit easier to see. So if a screen reader was navigating this, they would have be able to navigate through these different sections and then read the content in those different sections. You can also skip to them very easily. And there are different ways to make these prettier or more aesthetically pleasing, but we will save that for another day.